Hi, welcome to this third session of Tips for Tired Parents. What we're looking at this time is saying no with care. So building on what we did in what is video 1 and video 2. Video 1, we looked at the importance of naming feelings to de-escalate situations. And in session 2, we looked at how it benefits us to understand what's important to us and our children. So naming needs. We also looked at the difference between needs and the strategies to meet them. So, children have a need for self-expression, and shouting is one of the strategies to meet that need. So they can meet that need in other ways. We looked at the distinction there. And here again is our list of feelings. Really helpful to have feelings lists and the next one, needs lists around the house, or possibly even cards. You can get cards. I'll put in a link below. You can see in the video of needs cards they're kind of like playing cards with words on them, or you can make your own. But it's really helpful to have a tool to kind of increase emotional literacy. So today we're looking at saying no with care. So just recapping what we did in the first two videos. If a child doesn't want to share a toy, what might they be needing? Let's go back to the needs. What might they be needing? So needing to play, needing choice, needing freedom, needing peace, to play in peace. So all of these needs might be at play for the child. And what about you? If a child doesn't want to share a toy, what might you be needing? So you might be needing peace and harmony, some sense of order, some sense of agreement around playing and time for playing. Maybe some sense of being heard. You might have already asked the child to share, and so you don't really feel heard. So you might have a need of being heard, and also trust that there is connection and that there is empathy, that we can see all of the other people who are in the frame as well. So again, this example, if a child scribbles on the sofa in protest to having to go to bed, what might they be needing? So again, could be choice, expression, self-expression, to be seen and understood. They might be needing support. They might struggle with the transition of going to bed and actually need support and care and loving attention as they go through that. Might be needing communication. They might be needing to communicate with you about anything, and that would support the transition. And if they're not getting it, they might scribble in protest. So yeah, needing support, needing care, needing self-expression, possibly needing choice, all of these things. And what might you be needing if a child scribbles on in the sofa in protest? You might need to be heard for your frustration and your anger. You might need safety and care and protection of your possessions, of furniture. You might need to be heard. You might need support. Yeah, you might need some understanding. You might need some empathy. So let's really acknowledge our needs in the face of all the things that we face as parents. So that's just a little recap. And just as we looked at in session 2, we can validate the need, even if we don't like the strategy as someone is using. So we're not validating the strategy, we're validating the need, which is the motivating factor underneath the strategy. And similarly, with saying no, we can validate the need and the child when we say no to something a child is wanting to do or is asking for. So again, that distinction between need and strategy is really, really important here. And the principle that backs this up is the 2 hands of nonviolence. Barbara Deming came up with this phrase, 2 hands of nonviolence, and you can see it in the picture here, which was commissioned by Viv Slack, and the illustrator is Carmen Byrne, to say no with one hand, I refuse to accept what you're doing, and saying yes with the other. I love you and I see you are trying to do your best. And very often we only do the no, or we kind of don't do the no. So it's both. Really nice. And this is a principle that underpins lots of campaigning, lots of organizing, ultimately stemming from Dr. Martin Luther King and Gandhi. But Gandhi, for example, saying no to British occupation of India, but saying yes to the humanity of the British, not using violence against them. So we can see this playing out in many different aspects, and it works in our parenting as well, because it is our responsibility to validate our children and to bring them up with a sense of self-esteem and self-worth, able to understand themselves emotionally. So that's what the yes is doing. It's saying, I see that you're trying to do your best. I see your needs. So in practice, in low intensity situations, we give the yes before the no. So examples, to a child nagging you for a toy. So the yes is, are you needing new ways of having fun and playing? Of course you want to have fun and play. I can see that, and I want fun and play for you. And here's the no, and I can't buy another toy now. Let's find another way of having fun and play. Again, working on that distinction between the need and the strategy, validating the need. Let's find an alternative strategy. And to a child who has hit another child, so this is after the event. So guessing their feelings and needs. Were you feeling frustrated? Were the angry words hurting you? Were you needing peace and wanting the child to go away? Really validating the child's perspective of what was possibly motivating them. I love you. So they're the unconditional love. And I want you to know it's not okay to hit others when we are hurting. Do you want to find other ways of feeling safe? And again, going to alternatives to meet those needs of safety. So that's in low intensity situations, give the yes before the no. And in higher intensity situations, the no will naturally come before the yes. So to a child about to hit another child, it's stop, take a breath, relax, take a step back. Possibly you might need to intervene. And then to the child who's about to hit the other child, I know you're feeling frustrated and I want you to be safe. So then there's a validation of their needs, their feelings and their needs. But this time we're doing the no before the yes. And the yes, anything that acknowledges feelings and needs or love for the child or the person is saying a yes to them. So I hope that helps kind of clarify the things that you can say in order to say yes. And I know you're doing this all the time, but I hope this framework just helps to give some understanding and kind of structure for what you're doing. So let's have a look at a few examples. A child wants to eat a second packet of crisps or whatever they're doing. So what might be, you might give the yes before the no here. You might kind of guess, oh, are you feeling really bored and you're eating a packet of crisps because you don't know what else to do? Are you needing to play? Are you needing some connection? Should we go and do something? Yeah. So again, the guess was feeling bored. And they might be hungry. Are you feeling really hungry? You know, do you want some rice and beans? Do you want some soup? You know, acknowledging it, they might be hungry, but it might be other needs as well. It might be more emotional needs. So guessing what they are. Let's have a look at this one. A child wants to stay with mummy and doesn't want to go to daddy's house. So again, I think the yes before the no here is, oh, are you feeling unsettled? Are you feeling sad? You want to stay with mummy, you want to stay in your home, you want warmth and you want all your things around you, kind of familiarity, but you know, the child might not know that word. You want all your things around you. Do you want it just to be easy and it's a bit unsettling when you go somewhere else? Yeah. And yeah, I see all of those things. And you can't stay at mummy's right now. We have this agreement. I know it's really hard. But shall we plan something fun for when you come back in a few days' time? And I know Daddy's got all of these things planned to do with you. So yes, always finding an alternative as well, a different strategy to meet the needs that the child wants. So the closer you can get to the need, that is the thing, then you can find strategy alternatives that really work for the child. Another thing that I've used in the past a lot is asking the child for that strategy. So what is going to work for you? And this kind of works with slightly older children, but once you've got to the need and the child doesn't want to do what you're suggesting, you can say, and this is a kind of last resort strategy as well. So what is going to work for you? And sometimes they can name that as well. And it kind of shares the dilemma with the child and increases their sense of agency, which is always really helpful, and their problem solving capacity. So that's a really good one. So what is going to work for you? And let's have a look at this one. A child calls another child stupid. So this might be a no before a yes. Saying no, we don't call each other stupid. And again, and then going to the yes. Were you feeling frustrated? Were you needing to be heard? Were you wanting to play and weren't finding a way to play? Were you feeling impatient and just wanting to get on with the game? All these reasons that someone might call someone else stupid. So I'm sure you've got your own examples. I'd be interested to hear, put some down below if you have any other good examples. And let's just have a little space to breathe. So with all that we've covered today and a little bit of space just to connect to what's going well in your life, in your parenting life at the moment, and what's tough at the moment. See if you can bring some compassion, some empathy, maybe a feeling and need guess to if there's tough things, how are you feeling in relation to it? What are you needing? Just hold space for a few seconds. So thank you for watching and look forward to the next video when we're looking at meltdowns. Bye for now.